Greetings, my name's Kaloum, and I'll be going over the Anub'arak encounter in ToC25. This encounter has 3 phases. Phase 1 is a tank and spank phase for the main tank. As soon as this encounter begins, frost orbs, which have 9k health, will spawn above the raid and float around. There is an endless supply of them for this encounter. Have a pre-designated ranged DPS shoot down several at the start, primarily one closest to where you engage Anub'arak. Once killed, the orbs will drop a frost patch on the ground, which reduces movement speed by 20%. Anub'arak should be tanked right next to a frost patch. Anub'arak has 2 abilities in this phase. Freezing Slash on the tank, which freezes the tank momentarily, and Penetrating Cold. Penetrating Cold is cast on 5 random raid members. It deals 3.5k frost damage every 3 seconds for 18 seconds. 2 Nerubian Burrow adds will also spawn during this phase. An ad tank needs to pick them up and move them to the frost patch closest to Anub'arak. They will apply a stacking debuff to the tank, which increases physical damage taken. Burrowers, like their name suggests, and similar to Warcraft 3, will attempt to burrow and restore health. They can be stunned or placed on top of a frost patch to prevent this ability. Ranged DPS need to focus down these adds. 2 will spawn every 30 seconds. After 90 seconds into the encounter and 4 burrowers have spawned, Anub'arak himself will burrow and phase 2 will begin. Melee needs to finish off any burrowers still up, and range should spread out and take out new adds, Swarm Scarabs. Swarm Scarabs are easy to kill, but melee and leave a stacking poison on the target. Try to avoid being hit. A designated ranged DPS should be shooting down a hearty stock of orbs and littering the ground with frost patches. Anub'arak himself will be casting Pursuing Spikes on a random raid member during this phase. Spikes will come up from the ground and chase you. Slow at first, then fast. You cannot outrun them for long. To stop them, you need to kite their path over a frost patch. Once struck by a patch, he will start over on a new target. This will continue until he emerges back into phase 1. If you get hit with the spikes when being pursued, you will likely die, and he will change to another target without resetting his speed. This often leads to a quick wipe. Aggro wiping abilities like Feign Death, Vanish, and Ice Block will also force him to target someone else. Do not use these abilities. Pursuing spikes equal fire. Fire is bad, stay out of fire. At 30% health, roughly 2 sets of phases, he will enter phase 3. No more adds will spawn, and he will no longer burrow. Phase 3 can be tricky. He will cast Leeching Swarm, which drains health from the raid. To prevent its full effect, raiders need to stay at reasonably low health until he is killed, or you will not be able to out-DPS the healing. Healing Stream Totem, Judgment of Light, and Leader of the Pack help here. Anub'arak will still cast Penetrating Cold on 5 players. They need to be healed through it or they will die. Burn down adds, run from spikes, and master phase 3. That's it for me. Hope my video helped, and good luck on Anub'arak in ToC25.